20 years have already gone by. That's pretty crazy. Like, that's 2 decades. So time's is flying, you know? Like, it's pretty scary, honestly. Already so much has changed just in like the past 3 years, you know? Like when I was 18, I was somebody completely different. It's just, it doesn't even make sense. Maybe I didn't change my personality, but I mean, like, I've learned and like changed. I don't know. It's hard, you know? It's hard, like, really thinking about it, because, like, even just to put into words, you know, it's just like such a big thing, you know? I really didn't think like society was so difficult, you know? Because when I was 18, 17, I didn't even worry about money. I didn't worry about if I was gonna eat, things you gotta buy, you know, like, whoever thought you would need to buy sponges, dish soap, shower curtains, just these random things you don't even think about buying. All of a sudden you need to start buying all these things, you know? Paper towels. Like, all this shit is so expensive, and like, it's just, life is so expensive, and it's just crazy, you know? Like, personally, like, for me, I love just getting out, you know? Like, getting out of the city, just going up north where the fucking mountains are tall and trees and the stars, and that for me is just the best feeling in the world, and nobody can take that away from me, because that's it right there. I mean, I write music about it. I'm so passionate about like fucking nature and just like questioning and exploring and adventuring. It's just like that's just really, it really defines me, you know? For one, I'm all about like friendship and love. Like my friends, they mean so much to me, and like each person represents like a different part of me, you know? Like, I might not be the same way with everyone, and like they'll bring out a different part of me, which I find is like really special. And you know, my dad always tells me like, oh, you know, when you grow older, you know, these people aren't gonna always be your friends. Maybe, but like the bond like is just so strong that I do my best to never let it go, you know? Like, and I never want to let it go, because I cherish my friends so much. You know, like making this video, like, my dad never really had the privilege to sit down at 20 years old and really talk about his life and what's going on at this point in time. And I feel like it's really cool to have, you know, to look back on, you know, like I'll be 40 years old watching this, like freaking out, you know, like showing my kids this or whatever, you know, like, you know, it's crazy too, like how much technology is changing like so quickly, like money is such a stress now. And it sucks, you know? It's like, how can paper like stress me out? You know what I mean? Like, it's just paper, and yet it's stressing me out somehow. It's just like, it's just crazy. Everyone likes having a lot of money, but like, what makes me happier is like writing a good song or like creating, because like, to me, like, creation is just like why I live, you know? Like, it's just the feeling of making something out of nothing with your own hands is just like beautiful, you know? If it's someone painting, or for me it's writing music or filming or whatever, you know, just showing someone how I view the world, or like see it or hear it or whatever. All those senses like are so enhanced, you know? Like when I look at the stars, like I think about melodies and music in my head, and to me, like, I try to combine the two, you know? Like, I've written a whole album called Celestial Sound that for me is really personal. Like, I haven't really put it out there, but like, I wrote it for myself to listen to, you know? My friend Leo, who, my really good friend, he really enjoys it, and to me that's really awesome, you know? Someone who can really like understand it and like see how I see it, and it's just like a really cool feeling. But you know, I wasn't too crazy about sharing it everywhere, you know? It was like really personal to me. 20 years old, you know, it's just like so much has happened to me just in the past year, and it's just been totally opened my eyes to like everything, and the way I see things and the way I look at things is totally different. Like if I were to look at myself 3 years ago, I would have so much to say and so much to like warn, you know, like, hey man, like shit's gonna go down, man. You gotta start fucking stressing out. So, you know, I would have definitely slapped myself around, yeah. But 20 is really good too at the same time, you know? It's like you're transitioning from a boy to a man, and it's just like that transition is like really intense, you know? Like I'm becoming who I am completely, you know? Like it's just, it's really cool, you know? It's just a time of challenge, really, you know? Like I'm really challenging myself. I'm really challenging who I am, you know, as a person. I think we all are, you know, in a way. Like everyone has their own challenge, and everyone is kind of going through a similar thing. I realize, like everyone kind of is like walking the same path, you know, really like figuring out, you know, who they are and what they desire. And you know, I honestly wish everyone the best, honestly, from like the bottom of my heart. Like I mean it. And yeah, I mean it.